Before you sleep beside an old portrait, look carefully at where its eyes are facing. Because in some old Chinese homes, people believed a portrait was not just a picture. It was a place where memory could stay, and sometimes memory could look back. Lin found the portrait in his grandmother's old house. It was wrapped in yellow cloth and hidden behind a wooden cabinet, untouched for years. The painting showed an old woman in a dark silk jacket. Her face was calm. Her hands rested neatly on her lap. But her eyes were strange. They were not looking forward. They were looking slightly to the left, as if watching something outside the frame. Lin asked his grandmother who she was. His grandmother lowered her voice and said, "Your great-grandmother." Then she added, "Do not hang it in your bedroom." Lin laughed. "It's only a painting." That night, he hung the portrait on the wall beside his bed. The room was quiet. The old wooden window moved gently in the night wind. At first, Lin felt nothing. He turned off the lamp, lay down, and closed his eyes. But after midnight, he heard a faint sound. Not footsteps. Not a voice. Just the soft creak of old wood. He opened his eyes. The room was dark, but moonlight touched the portrait. The old woman was still sitting there, still calm, still silent. But something was different. Her eyes were no longer looking to the left. They were looking down at him. Lin sat up quickly. His heart began to pound. He told himself it was the light. A shadow. A trick of the moon. So he turned on the lamp. The eyes were normal again, looking left. He laughed nervously, pulled the blanket over himself, and tried to sleep. Then the lamp flickered once. The room went dark. This time, Lin did not move. He slowly opened his eyes. The portrait was facing him, not the frame, not the body, the eyes. Both eyes had turned, directly toward his bed. Then Lin heard something beside his ear. A dry, old whisper. "You should not sleep beside the dead." He ran from the room and did not return until morning. When his grandmother saw the portrait, her face turned pale. She looked at the painting for a long time. Then she said, "When her eyes move, it means she has found the person who disturbed her rest." Lin asked, "What does she want?" His grandmother did not answer. She only took the portrait down, wrapped it in yellow cloth again, and placed it back behind the cabinet. That night, Lin slept in another room. But just before dawn, he woke up suddenly. On the wall beside his bed, there was no portrait, no frame, no painting, only two dark marks on the wallpaper, like a pair of eyes, watching. So if you ever find an old portrait in a family home, do not hang it beside your bed. And if its eyes change direction after midnight, do not wait to see where they look next. Subscribe for more ancient warnings from Chinese folklore before the next one finds you.